FXone makes automated trading easier than any other platform available in the marketplace today. I'm going to start off by adding a trading signal. I'm going to add some indicator data directly to my spreadsheet, and we're going to step through and show how to build an automated trading strategy in FXone. So in the Add Data Wizard, I'm going to scroll down through my list of indicators. I'm going to go to RSI because it's very simple to understand. When I click on it, I'm going to be presented with all of its parameters. I'm going to leave them all as the defaults. For streaming data, I'm going to select 0 to 0. I want just the current value. I'm going to do 10-second data, and I'm going to leave the mid. I'm going to go ahead and deselect the close in the price attributes area. I don't want to add any price data at this time. I'm just going to add the indicator data only. I have show date time and show header, and this is going to add that RSI value that will update in real time for the current value only. It's going to add that to my spreadsheet now. Hit apply. I'm going to close the Add Data Wizard, and here I can see that I have that RSI value there, and I can also see that I have the most recent date time here. We can see that value updating in real time. I'm going to go ahead and put some parameters here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my buy level. And I'm going to set that to 30. I'm going to set a sell level. I'm going to set the sell level to 70. So these are just standard RSI parameters. And we can format all these cells later and make it look as nice as we like. But we're going to have those values there for the moment just so that we can use them in our trading logic. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my order ticket templates using the context menu. When I right click, I can pull up a trade template wizard that will let me go in and choose the order types that I'm interested in. I'm going to use market orders for this example. I'm going to give that a name, that template. It's going to be a named range in the spreadsheet. A very familiar concept to those that are familiar with spreadsheets. It's just a collection of cells that's given a name that you can then reference it by. So this order ticket, this market order template, if you will, is going to be called whatever name I specify. I'm going to call this my buy entry. And I'm just going to leave everything blank. I'll choose, in fact, I'll just add the symbol and all of that later. This is going to be a buy order. I won't at this time, to keep this example simple, I won't add stops and limits. I'm just going to leave that unchecked. I'm going to hit OK. It's going to put it at starting in cell A5. And there's my buy entry ticket. You can see it's a market order as specified here in the upper left. You can see that it's a buy entry is the name, which is here in the upper right corner. And we'll talk about some of these fields later, but I'm going to go ahead right now and just put in Euro USD as my symbol. You can leave account blank for now. And I'm going to go ahead now and add another template, one for the sell side. And I'm going to call this one sell entry. And it's going to be a market order as well. It's going to be a sell. I'm going to hit OK. For my amounts, though, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put in 10,000. Those could be dynamic values. Those can be formulas that reference any logic that you like. For now, we'll just leave them like that. And I'm going to put in cancel first. I'm going to reference sell entry. Same thing for close first. I'm going to reference buy entry in the sell entry one. And same thing for close first in the sell entry. I'm going to reference buy entry. And what that's going to do is it's going to, when these order templates are called with the trading functions that we're going to add, they're going to first cancel any pending order from the specified order template and close any position that's open from the specified order template. So that eliminates a lot of the logic. I don't have to think about canceling prior pending orders closing open positions. When I want to reverse, I can literally just focus on my trading signal and my trading logic that's going to go ahead and create the trade, the initial trades based around my signals. And I can see now that I need to add Euro USD over here as well. And we could do all of this in the template. I'm just doing it here for the sake of speeding up this example. I'm going to go ahead and insert just a couple of rows. And so now we want to have, I'm going to insert one more row actually. We want to have a buy trigger. So I'm going to give it a label there. I'm going to have a sell trigger. And now we're going to just write a very simple if expression that's going to look at our RSI value, and it's going to basically do our trades based around that level of the RSI value. So we're going to go ahead and in our buy trigger, we're going to go equals. We're going to say if this RSI value is less than our buy level, then we're going to go ahead and call TRD, which is our custom trading function, and we're going to put in an argument for the account. We're going to put in an argument now, which is going to be the actual order template that we want to call. So in this case, buy entry. And we're going to go ahead now and put in a timer argument so that we call it every 5,000 milliseconds. And else we're going to print hold in the trigger field. And that's it. So we can see that it prints hold because we're not currently, RSI is not currently below our buy level. See that I need to fix my label here. And we're going to do the same thing for the sell trigger. We're going to go in and do a very simple if expression that's going to test our condition. We're going to again just say equals if the RSI is greater than our sell level, which is 70. Then we're going to go ahead and call TRD again. We're going to give it an argument for the account, which can be anything right now in a single account context. We're going to go ahead and call sell entry. I'm going to give it a 5,000 millisecond timer, and then we're going to say else if it's not above 70, then print hold and close parenthesis, and we're done. So now we have a buy trigger and a sell trigger that will call and do these orders for us whenever those conditions are met. And you will see these actually flash to true when the conditions are met at an instant. Now, the order and position management, the state tracking that we do automatically that is underlying this status field where it shows ready, this will prevent you from having to think about accidentally doing duplicate orders and things of that nature. You don't have to think about any of that. It's all done for you. You can't accidentally overtrade, because when you do a trade or an order is pending, the status will actually change and it will show you the current status of the trade from that order template in real time, and all of the difficult work is done for you behind the scenes. When this strategy starts trading, we'll see those trades down here in the trades area. We won't see orders pending because we're using market order, so they'll be instantly executed. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the Trades tab. And how you turn automated trading on is down here in the Workbooks column. You really should save this. So I'm going to go ahead and save this with another name. We're going to say Simple Buy Sell. And we're going to go ahead and save that. So now we have it named Simple Buy Sell. And we can see that in the Workbooks tab. That strategy or that workbook is there and it's represented. Its trading status is currently disabled. I'm going to go ahead and right click on that, and here's where we can choose fully auto or semi-auto, or we can turn something that's already trading to a disabled state. We're going to go ahead and put in fully auto. It's going to let us know that we are changing the mode of the workbook. to fully auto. And now we're ready to turn this on if we want and let it trade based around that trading signal that we've selected, that RSI value. We can see that the RSI is at 62. We're going to go ahead and bring these values lower in the case of the sell level so that we can see this trade execute. We're going to go ahead and say 65. And we'll see if we can get executed. In fact, we're going to bring it even lower than that. We're going to say 62, sort of chase that RSI value down and hope for a bump up. And we'll see that trade get executed as soon as our level is hit. In fact, we could just put it below the level if we like. We'll just go ahead and say 60. Oh, there we go. A little late there. So now we can see that we actually did that trade. We can see that this went to a true state briefly. Now it's in a false state. That's because the condition that we're testing is still true, but it's not trading because we already have a position on. And we can see that on the sell side, our status has gone to executed. And we can see down in the trades table that we actually now are short 10,000. And there's our real-time P&L from that trade. And if we were to now go through just to see how the cancel first and close first works, first of all, we can leave this on. If we were to put this sell level down at 50 so that we still have a trading signal on, we can see that we aren't doing any extra trades. And that's because this is in an executed state. It can't do any extra trades no matter how many times the workbook calls that TRD function. Until this is back in a ready state, no trade will be done. And so that's one of the beautiful aspects of this is you don't have to think about all that very difficult and buggy logic in terms of controlling your trading signals, controlling your trades and the execution itself. And now we're going to go ahead and see how this works going the other direction. I'm going to bring this back up to 60. And we're going to go ahead and bring the buy level. In fact, I'll bring this up even higher to 70. We'll bring the buy level up to 50. And we'll just watch how we'll switch from short to long. And we'll go ahead and, in fact, I need to bring that to 60. I'll bring it to 60. And now we can see that we are no longer in an executed state here on the sell side. And on the buy side, we are now in an executed state. We see that our position, our short position was closed, and now we are in fact down here in the trades table, we are long 10,000 and we see our P&L there. And so we can see that we've cycled now from short to long, and you can see sort of how that status and cancel first and close first fields, how those work, and all of the work that's being done for you behind the scenes with the automated order and position state management that is built into the FXone platform. And so if you were really running this as an automated trading strategy, you might have those levels of 30 and 70, and this would literally just trade for you based on those levels. And in fact, we're now going back from a long state. Now that I've set those parameters, we're going back to a short state. We've now closed our long position. This is back in a ready state. We're now short. This is executed, and we can see down on the trades table we are in fact short 10,000 again because the RSI is above our sell level, which means we ought to be short in terms of our position. And so this is how automated trading works in the simplest form in FXone. And there are many examples of automated trading strategies in the example workbooks area that show the use of stop loss and take profit levels, which can be built into these order templates automatically when you create them. And it really is the easiest automated trading available anywhere.